pleasant day. This is Freddie Abando. Welcome to Nation in Motion. The conditional cash transfer program has been a major success, but now we find politicians taking advantage of this, and that's the reason why the DSWD is coming out with a campaign known as Bawal Dito. And joining us tonight to explain, this morning I should say, is the National Program Manager of the Conditional Cash Transfer Program of the Department of Social Welfare. We have Ms. Rodora Babaran. Good morning, ma'am, for joining us.
Good morning, Freddie, and good morning to our televiewers.
You know, when you talk about bawal dito, ano ba yan? Ano ba problema ng ating mga politiko?
Actually, when we dub our campaign as Bawal ang Epal dito. So, we want to protect the integrity of the program and much more importantly, our beneficiaries from undue politicking and influence, especially with the upcoming election and in this election season. So, we don't want them to be threatened by politicos, by politicians and candidates saying that they will be removed from the program if they will not support certain candidates. So that's what we are trying to do now. We want to arm our beneficiaries with sufficient information so that they will know their rights in the program and that they will be protected against undue politicking.
Is this program being launched because you have actual complaints from beneficiaries that politicians have been going to them and saying, kung hindi mo kami iboboto, kami magtatanggal sa inyo?
Yes, actually as early as last year, even before the few reports started coming in, we were already anticipating problems such as this that would probably arise. So even in our management meetings way before last year, we were already anticipating that. But towards the last quarter of the year, we started receiving reports. Before the year ended, there were about 3 cases already reported to us.
Those were validated?
They were validated cases, and we've already acted on them. So, but immediately with the onset of the year, 2013, the reports started flooding in.
So, marami yan?
Yes.
So, if you have been receiving these reports, who were providing you the information, the beneficiaries or your field personnel?
Reports are coming in from different sources. Many are coming from concerned citizens, some are coming from partner CSOs, some are reported directly among our staff. Beneficiaries themselves are reporting to us that there are instances such as this.
Now, when you talk about the national targeting system, which becomes the basis for determining who should be the beneficiary, how many percent of the actual beneficiaries based on the targeting system are actually identified by the politicians? So, ang nangyayari dyan, because they were the ones who identified these beneficiaries, ang akala nila, ang loyalty nila ay dapat mapunta sa kanila.
Well, the thing is, when we started the National Household Targeting System way back in 2009, there was never an instance that the list actually came from the politicians themselves. We only asked them for areas that they would direct us to for us to do the survey, the saturation of the areas.
So they're not part of the survey?
They were not part of the survey, but they guided us where to go because they know where the concentration of the poor are. So that's the kind of help we got from them. That was back then. But since last year, we started accommodating some requests for inclusion, and these are not only coming from politicians, coming from civil society organizations, people's organizations, or even concerned citizens, because if they find out that in certain communities there are a lot of poor people that are not included in the list, they write us and give us names, and then we run that against our database and check if they are indeed included or not. And if they are not yet included, we do a special validation for them to be included in the list. There are some instances that the politicians themselves gave names to us. So we did the special enumeration, and if they are qualified, we can take them in. But if not, then we tell them that, sorry, but we have eligibility criteria.
What about this
But that's very
incident?
few.
Now, if you talk about the incidents, where are the incidents happening? Mostly in Metro Manila or mostly in outside of Metro Manila? Well,
you might be surprised because initially maybe people would think that it would be concentrated in Manila where the politics is so vibrant. But the reports that we got so far, there are more than 50 of them already. They're spread all over the country.
Where? Mostly North, South, Visayas, Mindanao?
Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
Oh, so
Yes.
But, you know, as it is now, if you look at this program, why do you think is it being used by these politicians? Bakit kaya?
Well, because the program is directly felt by the poor. In any other programs that we've had in the government, this is one of the biggest, most important programs that we have invested in so far. And this is something that the people are really feeling the effects. So I think the politicians would want to ride on that kind of effect on the beneficiaries. That's why they want to be associated.
No, since it's a very good program, has there been any attempt by any particular government unit, whether he's a governor or a mayor, to replicate this program, because they can spend their own resources and then, I mean, develop a certain synergy with the DSWD?
We've heard some budding initiatives from down south in the Mindanao area, but I think it's not with the CCT. It's with another cash transfer program. It's for the elderly. So that's the social pension. So if the government gives 500 pesos a month for the elderly, he would put a counterpart of the same amount that he will supplement the money going to the senior citizen. So in a month, their senior citizen in the locality would receive 1,000 pesos. But for the CCT, I haven't heard of any politician that has replicated the same intervention, because this will be very costly. I know of some attempts, but when they started doing the math, they got so surprised. PDAF, their Priority Development Assistance Fund, won't be enough.
Now, as it is right now, compliance rate, we've heard a number of parents, so 98% compliance rate, is that very high?
Actually, we're observing a lot of changes right now. The trend is going up. Before, we were somehow contented with just seeing 93, 94% compliance, but now it's as high as 96, 97, 98. Probably it is an indication that the beneficiaries are getting used to the program. They are appreciating the value of the conditions. They're more conscious about it, and probably, especially with the economic crunch or changes in the food and fuel prices, people are becoming more appreciative of what the government can give them through the conditional cash transfer.
You know, a major concern, since it's the campaign period, it's the elections. At some point, will there be any stop in the program in certain areas, or will it continue for the entire duration of the campaign?
We've anticipated the election ban on disbursements and other activities. So what we did is to plan ahead. So we gave a lot of guidance to our field personnel, to our beneficiaries as well. But essentially what we did is to give the cash grants in advance. So instead of giving it out by March or towards end of March and up to April, we gave it as early as February to March, before the onset.
So you're talking how much? Because if you're talking one family, kung iisa lang yung anak, magkano yun?
Yes.
That includes the mother.
For a family with only one, where the health and education condition is present, they can get as much as 800 a month. So if we're giving every 2 months, they can get 1.6. But since we're advancing the payout, they'll be receiving starting months of November, December, January, and February. That's about 4 months that they will get.
What's the maximum for each family?
The maximum for each family would be 3 children. So that's 900 per month for education plus 500 for health. So in a month, it's 1.4.
1.4, that's every 2 months?
Yes.
Every 2
so
months.
If every 2 months, they would get 2,800.
So a total of how much for one whole year?
15,000 in a year for a household.
That's pretty good for you.
Because that's already about 20% of the estimated household income of the poor.
Okay, a final word from you, an appeal to our people regarding your campaign.
Yes, thank you for giving us this opportunity to reach out to our masses and to our friends. We would like to enjoin everyone to support the Bawal ang Epal Dito campaign of the DSWD. So we want everyone to join in, makialam, magsumbong, bawal ang Epal dito. Please get in touch with us through 0918-912-2813.
Thank you very much. Ms. Rodora Babaran, the National Program Manager of the Conditional Cash Transfer Program of the DSWD. This is Freddie Abando for Nation in Motion. A pleasant day.